ladies and gentlemen. This is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and President Donald Trump is challenging the Democrats to do exactly what they have been doing so he can wipe the mat with them again. Guys, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. You know, Maggie Haberman is not going to be confused as a fan of President Donald Trump anytime soon. She is a journalist. She's a journalist for the New York Times. And her and President Trump have had quite a combative relationship over the years. You know, she tries to give this air about being above all of it and not really succumbing to the political nature that so many other reporters succumb to, where they just really show their cards and really root for the Democrat Party. But make no mistake about it, she's a stone cold liberal. That being said, what she said here about President Donald Trump is actually spot on. As you see Cory Booker and these senators and representatives and all these people flying down to El Salvador to get this gang member or alleged gang member back, Trump's loving it. He relishes this opportunity. He wants this fight. I want this for the Republican Party. Please send everybody down to El Salvador. The whole thing, every 2024 contender should be on a plane right now for the Democrats to El Salvador to fight for this guy. I would love it. We could start a GoFundMe to send them all there so they can all fight, so we can use this as campaign ads in 2026 and 2028. How could they be this out of touch with the American people? The polls show that like 80% of America is on Trump's side on this. And they are staking their whole party on this. They're staking the midterm elections on this. They're staking 2028 on this. This is their platform. Keep gang members in the United States. This guy is not a legal citizen. They talk about his due process, and of course he's entitled to due process. He's had it. He's had more than one court case. He's got to go, and he's gone, and I don't think we should ever bring him back. And I'm glad that President Trump did this, and I'm even more glad the Democrats are actually bringing this fight. I want you to listen to this and let me know what you think in the comments.
The day that we heard from the president as he was meeting with the president of El Salvador, making clear they do not intend to return Kilmar Abrego Garcia to the United States, despite what the Supreme Court has said about facilitating it. What is your sense of what's happening behind the White House, behind the scenes in the White House, and how they're viewing both Judge Boasberg today threatening contempt and the judge yesterday saying, I'm going to have 2 weeks of intense discovery and find out if you guys are just blatantly ignoring this order?
Well, they're ready to see what the judges do, and they are going to come to court, and I think they are going to take the same minimalist approach that we have seen. And I think the general feeling, and we'll see how this plays out, Caitlin, but the general feeling in the administration is they have better odds than not with the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court generally is not going to want to dictate. The conservative justices are not going to want to try to look like they are dictating how the U.S. handles some aspect of immigration enforcement or foreign policy. And so the bet is that this ruling, the main one by Justice Roberts, which was sort of a split, right? It was a way to give everybody something where they could say they won. And hold things together. I don't know how long that's going to hold. They're clearly going to end up back at the court eventually. But this administration wants this fight. You saw that today. You have seen that every day that they talk about immigration. They think that the court of public opinion is generally on their side, and they would certainly rather be talking about this than talking about tariffs or talking about economic confidence decreasing.